Let's continue working or exploring our data source that we have imported from Excel. You can see many icons here. I will start explaining them. This if you want to add task manually, and this if you want to insert a task between two tasks that you have, and this to auto add task based on model geometry or a search set or a selection set. This is to delete a task. You can delete by using this icon or pressing delete on the keyboard. This is the attach model geometry. If you want to attach an element or elements to this ground floor columns and walls, you can select the column. We can use control to select multiple elements. It will give us here the number of items selected. So if I selected these columns, for example, and then I can attach this, I click on it, attach current selection. I can attach the current selection or append current selection. Append means you can attach on stages. I selected these 4 columns, and then I remembered that I want to add a few more columns. I can orbit the model like this, and after I selected those 4 columns, I select more columns and append it to be attached to the same activity, or I can use attach current selection. This if we want to do this manually, but we have created the task ID parameter, so we will use an automated way to make this happen. Another thing, you can select any element and right click on the activity and select attach current selection or append current selection, the same as you use this icon. Another thing is auto attach using roles, which we will use it. I will explain it in the next lesson. Or clear the attachment. The attachment would be here. It would there is no attachment to any activities or any tasks here. You can use this to clear the attachment. And this icon is find items. You can find items based on the attachment. I can show you this after we have an attached items. And this to move up or move down or indent like this. If it's a slab grade, the slab on grade is a sub activity of the ground columns. You can use it to add an indent or outdent of your activities. And this if you want to add a comment related to this activity. And these columns, if you want to choose columns, it's selected on standard. If you want to choose columns, these are the columns that we have shown. The activity and name, status, the planned start with the planned end, the actual start with the end. But as you can see, it's not available or not applicable here because we don't have it in this example. We have the total cost. If you check this, we can see the total cost, but when we first imported our data source, we didn't define any total cost. We defined the material cost and the labor cost. You can select both and click OK. You will see those are our costs that we have imported from Excel. It adds them together or sum those, and will show you the total cost in here. Those icons are related to the Gantt chart, which is the timeline representation of the time schedule. You can show or hide the Gantt chart at all. You can click it, it's a toggle. You can click it again to show the Gantt chart, which is a bar showing the start and the end of this element or this activity based on time. The next icon is show planned dates, and this show actual dates, but we don't have any actual dates here, so keep on the planned date. You can show both planned versus actual dates. It will show you the planned versus actual, but we don't have it in this example. You can use this slider to control the zoom of the Gantt chart. You can zoom in or zoom out in the timeline. And the last three icons, you can filter by the status, if it's started early or on time, or finished before the planned start, or finished on time, or it's a late finish. And those two is export to sets. You can export these to an XML, or you can export this schedule as an CSV file again, or Microsoft Project XML. And see you in the next lesson.